B. Miller, Anthony Joshua. I have to lean towards Anthony Joshua. Technical fighter. Um, I mean, he is like made in the lab. You know what I'm saying? He is almost a perfect heavyweight fighter. And if everything goes, if he trains hard, if he comes into the fight in shape and focused and at the caliber that he's been at with every fight, I believe he takes out Big Baby Miller after 12 rounds, unanimous decision. I don't think he can knock him out, but you never know. Big Baby Miller comes in head first and likes to take a lot of punches, so he might not have never felt the power of Anthony Joshua, so he might get knocked out. If you look at Anthony Joshua and you look at Deontay Wilder, these are just men. They just men out there trying to accomplish their dreams, and nobody's unbeatable. Nobody is indestructible. I just look at the facts. I look at their past, what they've done, and what they've shown me in the past, and then I base off what I think what would happen in a fight between those two, what would happen in the future, if it ever happened. And I have to say, Anthony Joshua, to me, is just a better boxer. There's no doubt about that. He's a better boxer. He's better trained. He trains in a way that's more traditional as far as, he has that jab, and he's technically sound. He's definitely a freak of nature athletically. But I have to say, on the flip side of that coin, he is a little too muscle bound. He is a little tight. It slows him down. And his gas tank, I mean, he runs out of gas. I've seen him huffing and puffing sometimes in the sixth round, where a real seasoned fighter would be able to take advantage of that. Like a Klitschko, was almost able to take advantage of the fact of Anthony Joshua's inexperience, or just the fact that he's just almost too built, and he doesn't have the same stamina. Joshua got put down by an older Klitschko. So I feel like Deontay Wilder has that wrecking ball type of a punch, to where if he was to catch Anthony Joshua, which I think he would, because I think every fighter gets caught eventually in the fight game. Nobody just goes a whole fight not without getting touched. Not even Muhammad Ali. Everybody gets touched. Everybody gets caught. But I believe that if he got caught by Deontay Wilder with that one punch, I think he would go down. And that's if they fought today. If both of them were in their prime in Hungary, if they fought tomorrow, should I say, I would have to say, if it went to 12 rounds, definitely Anthony Joshua. But if it was a knockout, I believe it would be a freak punch from Deontay Wilder. But that's hypothetical. I would like to see like everything up leading to the fight. If they fought and they did all the all access, and see who's doing what and how they're getting ready for the fight. Because all that stuff to me matters. So that prediction is hypothetical. It really doesn't matter right now. I don't even think they're close to making that fight happen right now. So, that's just the way I look at it. I think Anthony Joshua wins. If they were to fight down the line, and Deontay Wilder deteriorates, which he will eventually lose that one punch power, or he's going to lose the intimidating factor. He's going to lose all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just time is going to take care of everything with everybody. But in time, I think a Deontay Wilder would deteriorate over time quicker than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua has the type of style that would last him a lot longer and give him a little, like you said, a legacy. Deontay Wilder is basically trying to cement his legacy now. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I was saying before, my other video, before this one gets too long, I don't believe either one of those guys are cowards. I don't believe either one of those guys are ducking or afraid to fight each other. Before I salute this video, let me get one subscriber to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you get constant updates I try to release a video at least once, twice a week. Welcome, Nocturnal Thoughts, in this building. And today's topic of discussion, of course, Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. First of all, I don't believe in kicking a man when he's down. So I'm not going to come down hard on Anthony Joshua. But this is what I mean when you say somebody is being exposed. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but this is what I mean when somebody is being exposed. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder was not an exposure. Tyson Fury did not expose anything that we did not know about Deontay Wilder. He's wild. He definitely, look, most people think he's a one-trick pony, but he's definitely not a one-trick pony. But he does allow his right hand, you know, and he got to a point where he was, you know, like he said, he had a lot of pressure on his back, and he tried to do what he had to do to get that knockout in front of his audience. It was off his square a little bit. At the end of the day, whether you want to say he got outboxed, it makes no difference to me. Tyson Fury got off the mat, got off the canvas 2 times in that fight, and the second time he got up, you can dispute the count all you want to. It don't matter. The man was knocked out cold. So it makes no difference to me how anybody want to look back into the rear view mirror and still try to act like Deontay Wilder was exposed by Tyson Fury. This is what I mean by exposed. When you get Andy Ruiz dropping Anthony Joshua 3 or 4 times in one fight. When you see Anthony Joshua with no more fuel in his tank. When he's looking like he's a fish out of water. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't gonna disrespect Anthony Joshua, because at the end of the day, I don't have anything personal against Anthony Joshua. I think he was more of what my generation called. Look at this dude. Look at this dude, man. Bro, say what's up to the people. Say what's up to the people. Say what's up. And in his rematch with Andy Ruiz, can he get his straps back? Can he get his belts back? Now I'm gonna be honest. This is no disrespect towards Andy Ruiz. I think he fought a hell of a fight. Being the first heavyweight Mexican champion, that ain't no small beans, no pun intended. But at the end of the day, in most situations, I don't even entertain the idea of fighting with an injury. For example, with Manny Pacquiao claimed to have issues with his shoulder after he lost to Mayweather, I give that no credibility. You lost a fight, take your L like a man, and I still respect Manny Pacquiao, but that was an excuse, and it didn't show during the fight. But with Anthony Joshua, with the concussion from sparring, just a week out from fighting, which was a huge mistake, I have to give that validity. I'm not an Anthony Joshua fan. Let's be clear. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing, but I'm not a fan of any boxer. I take my hat off to anybody that gets in the ring. I take my hat off to anybody that follows any dream, no matter what you decide to do. I salute you if you're a dream chaser, but I'm not a fan of you. I just tip my hat off to you. So I'm not a fan of Anthony Joshua, but I have to be honest. When I look at his situation, it makes too much sense, and it's too much confirmation that's coming out that's saying that he was concussed. We cannot overlook the fact that everything leading up to this fight reflects that he had a bad camp. coming to the States, going to Miami. I think it just took him off of his square. And this guy, Joey, that concussed him, now I'm seeing that he's releasing information saying that he hits just as hard as Deontay Wilder. Okay? That's neither here nor is it there. My point is this. If Anthony Joshua goes back to the drawing board, has a healthy camp, without any injury, do I think that he can bounce back and beat Andy Ruiz in a rematch? I honestly think that he can. I honestly think that he will. What's happening, people? It's Nocturnal Thoughts. I gotta do a real quick recap video about the Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua rematch. Hold on, let me gather my thoughts. First of all, let me give 100% credit to Anthony Joshua and give him a congratulations for coming back, righting his wrong, and his victory over Andy Ruiz. The fight went the distance. And Anthony Joshua basically had a game plan. Stick and move. He wanted to be Muhammad Ali-ish. Float, not fly. He wanted to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and he did just that. YouTube world, YouTube world, YouTube world. Deontay Wilder has excuses. Let's talk about it. Bow. Bow. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Boxing After Dark. I'm your host, Big Nocturnal Thoughts, talking about the fight time at nighttime. All my troops, I salute. Hey, real quick video. Let's talk about these excuses. This is my philosophy. This is what I try to teach my son and my daughter. The most dangerous thing about excuses is that they are usually valid. And when you are able to use an excuse as a reason for your failure, you have failed to look and search out the solution to solving your problem versus now focusing on the problem and the excuse for the reason why you failed. That's what makes the excuses so dangerous, is because usually they are valid. Now, of course, I expected to get to hear a lot of trash talking about Deontay Wilder when he lost this fight in the fashion that he lost it in. You gotta expect to hear everybody come and, you know, whatever's been built up about this man has to get tore down, right? But I said I was a soldier. I was a soldier. I was a rider with Deontay Wilder, meaning that I support Deontay Wilder in his plight. Let me tell you where I would draw the line, because I will always show respect and salute to Deontay Wilder as long as he doesn't do anything that makes me have to bring down my level of respect. Now, like I said, when he lost, you have to expect for people to come out and come out with every single possible joke they can come out with, every single possible anything that can come out to gloat and brag and boast. You have to expect that. You have to take that. That's what comes with an L. That's what comes with a loss. That's what comes with getting knocked out and getting beat down. That's what comes with it. It came like that when I was a kid in school, when anybody got beat, whether it was a nerd that got beat or the bully that got beat. You know what I'm saying? It was a continuous situation of that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how you got your ass whipped and until you find a way to redeem yourself. That's just the way the nature of the fight game is. That's just the way of nature of life. Whenever anybody loses, they become the butt of all jokes until they can find redemption. And I'm going to come, if I ride with you, I'm going to come to your aid. And I'm going to support you when you're on your way down. I'm going to ride with you when you're on your way up. And I'm going to be there to support you on your way down. If I'm going to stay solid, you have to stay solid. You can't show signs of weaknesses as a man and then expect anybody that's a fan or a supporter to back that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we support you and we come to the defense when it's talking about you losing in the ring. But if it comes to someone attacking your integrity because you've shown a lack of integrity, then you cannot support that. You can't support somebody if they're doing some things that you wouldn't support anybody else on.